All right, everyone. Well, we've got about 40 minutes to the opening bell. So as I sit down here, I've already gotten a couple trades this morning, and that was on PEGY, PEGY, Pineapple Energy stock. So a couple trades on that one. We also have HPCO that's on watch. Leading gapper this morning is HPCO. It's up 63% with a 4.4 million share float. And you can see it put in a great candle here from 248 right up to almost $4. And then since then, it's gotten crowded and it's been really choppy. It's in a really narrow range. It's not breaking out. There's been some opportunity to trade it in this range, but that opportunity has been fairly limited just because the range is small. So this is a theme that we've certainly noticed over the last few trading sessions, where you'll see a really nice pop, a really nice algo squeeze, whether it's on news or it's just a breakout, whatever it is. And then it kind of gets crowded. It gets choppy. Short sellers kind of bring it back down. Buyers are holding it up. But it's a tug of war, and we're not seeing a short squeeze, and we're not seeing a huge breakdown either. It's just sort of a slow fade on some of these. So that's HPCO, PEGY, PEGY, Pineapple Energy, basically very similar chart, right? Another thing that I think PGY has going for it is that it's curled up really nicely from 86 cents. And, you know, it's above its 200 moving average. It has a lot of room on the daily. It could open up more. So I do like it from that perspective. And I'm going to keep it on watch. HPCO, what does this one have going for it? Well, it's a somewhat recent IPO, as you can see back here. You know, one of these ones that made a kind of crazy move in one day. It was just pretty brutal. It was a big red candle. And now it's sort of a dead cat bounce off the low. So, you know, I mean, these are fine sometimes for trades. These can give some opportunities, but it feels crowded right now, and it's not really opening up in a big way. Could you do a dip right here off of VWAP? Well, you certainly could. I don't know if there's any real reason to think that it's gonna rip back up, because it just feels like it's just not super strong. And the problem with these types of stocks is that when they just get kind of boring like this, I think traders just sort of start ignoring them. And, you know, as more and more traders ignore it and say, no, this one's just not interesting, it's not moving enough, the volume decreases. And then as the volume decreases, the volatility decreases. And so we just sort of see this fade. And so I'm concerned that that's, you know, what we're seeing right now on it. And so because of that, I don't know that it's going to be a safe one to trade. I don't know if there's going to be low risk trades on it that have high probability of being a winner. My first trade of the day was on PEGY, and you know, on that one, at the time I thought I had a very realistic possibility of getting 20 to 30 cents a share, and I did. And so, you know, if I'm looking at something and I don't think I even have the potential to get 10 or 15 cents, it just doesn't feel like it's worth the risk to even take the trade. So, you know, I mean, in a hotter market, I might be more aggressive and take those trades, but in this current market, I'm just not feeling it. So that's kind of what I think about HPCO at the moment. PEGY, we do have some double top risk up here. Highest volume of the day is on a red candle, right? So that's a little bit of a caution flag. We had a big false breakout right here to 613 and then flush down to 575, broke VWAP and sold off down to 566. So, you know, that's not what you really like to see. So I'm not sure that, I don't know. I'm not sure if that one's going to be worth taking more stabs on, but we'll keep it on watch. I'm still considering it. It's still a maybe. So, yeah, and if anyone else sees anything that they think looks good, definitely bring it to my attention, because the watch list this morning so far is a little on the thin side. I'm not seeing a lot that looks super exciting. HKD, yeah, right. So this one, second leading gapper up 29%. It's for sure a wild card stock. It's the type of stock that if it goes, you know, You could be getting $4, $5, $6 a share out of it. Pre-market high is 60. Pre-market lows down here are like 44. Yesterday it put in a pretty big move, so it's possible. Wildcard stock, not something to completely discount. So I'll put that one on my level 2. Right now you've got a 50-cent spread on it, 53.22 by 53.79. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. SVRE popped up a little bit there, 8 a.m., but no real follow through on that algo spike. IMUX. Nice move yesterday, really nice. All the way up to just under 10. Pulled back though to $8.10. We'd want to watch that through 964, yesterday's high. Interesting. Yeah, so that's diluting the value of the stock. Surprised it's holding up as well as it is. Top of the hour, 9 a.m. We'll be watching scanners to see if we have any breaking news. It's certainly possible. And thank you guys who are tuning in on YouTube for the morning show. I hope you guys enjoy these episodes, and I hope you hit the thumbs up and perhaps consider subscribing to the channel. Reminder, as always, trading is risky, and my results are not typical. Most beginner traders do lose money, so you need to approach trading very cautiously. Practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line, and don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. Okay, so there's 9 a.m. So watching scans. PGY for sure certainly needs a pullback. It's very it's right at a perfect double top. AMV, PPSI, SIDU, PPSI, SIDU. PPSI is a power company. So PPSI popping up a little bit, SIDU popping up a little bit. Little algo spike on both. Not sure either hold up. Both are pretty light on volume right now. Neither have a phenomenal daily chart. So that's an algo spike, $1 a share, but being below 200 moving average, not a recent reverse split or a recent IPO. I don't think it's a safe one right now. Nothing exciting yet. PPSI. Yeah, a little bit, but you've got the 200 moving average at 407. The SMA's at 459. I think those are a little too close. But good job if you got a little trade on it. I mean, you know, from 3 up to 347. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's a nice bounce. So algo spike up to 365, drops down to 295, dip traders off of 3, back up to 347. It's not bad. Not quite as much maybe with a ton of volume, but you know. ADTX hits the scanner, pulling up the chart. There's some news on it. I just want to see what it is. So the thing I'm a little iffy about on ADTX, and I sort of missed that spike, is that it popped up the other day but didn't hold super well. So, you know, I could have punched that. I had every chance to, but the stock, I'm like, is this stock gonna hold up? And I'm not sure, right? So that's kind of the thing. So now you've got a high of 77. It's up 18%. The levels on the daily that we would really want to see a break would be like 450. So just watch it in this area and see if it holds. So the high of that candle there was 66. Nice. There's up to 70. 77 is our pre-market high so far. There's 73. Seller on the ask though. Then there's a buyer on the bid at 70. But order. So yeah, a little choppy, a little choppy. But nice little algo spike there from 315 up to 377, 65 cents a share. You have to make a pretty quick decision on these. High this candle 77. High volume candle green. High volume on the 1 minute red. Dip trade there for me at 66. I want to see if it breaks through 70. New order to add would be 73. Starting to curl back up on ADTX. Added at 72 for the break of 73. Nice green volume on this candle here. So now let's see if it breaks through 375. Watching 375. $60 of profit on it. Stopped for 2 cents. Watching for a dip off of 50. Couldn't break through that seller at 73. Sold half at 70, half at 69. Shouldn't really be that much of a struggle to break through that level, but high is 77, low of this dip is 48, and now we're back into this kind of range. Thank you for those who have tuned in here on YouTube for the morning show. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We've got about 15 minutes to the opening bell. Kind of a slow morning. Sort of been similar this week, just not a lot moving. So we have, typically news at the top and bottom of the hour, 8, 8:30, 9, maybe 9:30. Not always at 9:30 at the open, but pre-market, top and bottom of the hour consistently. And so today we've had some news headlines. We've had a few stocks that have been moving, but nothing that's been like super, super exciting. And HPCO is holding as the leading gapper, but has gotten kind of thickly traded, a little crowded. It's below volume weight average price right now. PPSI is the second leading gapper. Another algo spike came back down, similar to SIDU. Algo spike comes back down. ADTX, algo spike. Is it going to hold? I don't know. It's starting to come back down. So PEGY, double top up there. I would do a dip here at 89 on PGY. This is right off VWAP. And maybe what I'll do is I'll add back over 6. So I'm in at 89, and now I added right there at 601. And so on PGY, this is a dip off VWAP. If we get a breakthrough 605, 610, that starts to look a little bit better. So watching 605, 610, this is basically buying a stock that's, and took a little profit there at 604. This is basically buying a stock off VWAP, take a little profit on the bounce off VWAP, and then let's see if it grinds back up towards 615, right? Our flat top is 619. PEGY. A little more profit at 601. It's just kind of like slow here. I'm flat on it for now. We'll see if it keeps setting up. That was a dip off VWAP, similar to these setups back here. High was 606. Put a new order at 607. Needs to see a little bit more range, a little more volatility. Yeah, the 200 moving average is at 601, so we're kind of straddling, like going above and below it. But, you know, the 5-minute is an ascending wedge. Added back 607 there. Right now it's starting to come back up towards 615. So watching 615 to add for the breakthrough 620 through the flat top. There's 611. Added at 611 right there. So I'm going to start scaling in for the squeeze through 615. There's 614 on the ask. The problem is my average is only 609, so I take a little profit there. It's just I don't have a good cost basis at 593 that I had before. Added back at 615. There's 617, 618. These are small trades as we approach the double top. Taking some profit. We'll let it pull back and watch to see if we get another 5-minute setup. Another pullback and then a second attempt through, or a true attempt through the flat top. So I would have done better if I had just held the whole position from 593, but kind of got a little slow there at 605. So now you've got a little extension, needs to pull back, watching maybe around, let's see how much it pulls back. Dip off of 608. Maybe $6. So that candle there came up to 617. We've got about 12 minutes to the opening bell. So reminder for those tuning in on YouTube and Facebook, we would love to have you join either Day Trade Dash or Warrior Trading. You can stream my broadcast, ultra low latency broadcast, no ads. And I hope you guys use the coupon codes to join. Got a partial fill there on the dip at 608. So buying this dip, and new order goes at 615. And now I'm going to look for the break through 620. So this is a little cup and handle formation. Added at 619 right there. Now looking for the break through 620. And let's see if we get up to 625. So first profit target, 624. As we break through the flat top, there's 23, there's 24. Now can we get through 24 and 25? A little profit up there. Nothing huge, but watching now for a dip. I don't love having that candle make the high, but then drop back down. My average is 11, selling the rest break even. I got a little profit at 624. It's a really nice high volume candle, but it pierced that level and is not holding above it. You've got about 40 seconds left on this current 5-minute candle. If it closed red, that would be devastating. Hopefully it closes at least green, but it's still a topping tail. So 10 seconds for this candle on the 5. It's a shooting star right now. Pierced through that level, wasn't able to hold it. So PGY have gotten some profit on it. Nothing huge. PEGY. ADTX, a small winner. So sitting right now at $2,917.11. It's not a bad day. This is base hit trading. This is bear market stuff. Just taking some small breakouts, not sizing up big, smaller share size. My biggest position today, 6,000 shares. So, 6,000 shares of a $6 stock is a $36,000 position. If I was trading with a, $5,000, $6,000 account with 6 times leverage, that would be more than sufficient to be able to day trade this. So, the account on a $5,000 account would be up almost, over 50% in one day. That would be pretty phenomenal. Of course, I'm trading with a larger account, but most of my account is just going unused in this kind of market. But it's ready. If something starts to open up that looks really good, then I'm ready and I'm funded to scale up big time. So the market can shift on a dime, and when we get that opportunity, I want to make sure the cash is ready to trade. So I'm ready to go, but just kind of sitting tight, trading conservatively, taking the base hits, and waiting to see something that starts to really get interesting. So with 8 minutes to the open, those of you guys tuning in on YouTube, I'd encourage you to check out my bear market strategy, and I'd also encourage you to check out my scalping strategy, because I think both of those, certainly right now in this market, are really, those are like the go-to. So check out the bear market strategy, check out the scalping strategy. I hope you guys enjoy those episodes. And we do have a new episode on the podcast today, which I hope you guys will also check out. So those of you guys who listen to the podcast and watch it, I'll be able to, let's see, I'm going to put the link right here for the podcast. So you guys can check out my newest episode of the podcast, Ross's podcast, episode 9. All right, so check that out. And I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. And a reminder, as always, trading is risky. My results are not typical, so make sure you take it slow. Practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line. And don't try to blindly follow me or anyone else. Most traders lose, so really, take it slow.